Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Fun Stuff Friday and we had some wonderful fun stuff to play with some Arteza or Arteza, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Everblend brush markers, and that video took a lot longer than I expected it would. So I have now got to do our hug from 100 hugs. Of course, the hashtag for this coloring is hashtag 100 days of hugs 2021. And we are on hug number 85. And it's a puppy dog hug. Look at the puppy dogs hugging. And it says, "What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies," by Aristotle. It's just a puppy dog hug. So that is what we will be coloring today, this wonderful puppy dog hug. And I've got my paper in behind it. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. And of course my phone is going to ring. They can leave a message. Sorry about the ringing phone. Of course it's going to be loud. So they can leave a message. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera here. And we're going to color this with the Color colored pencils. And we're going to start with this one here, I think. Just let me make sure. I think I want, yeah, I'll start with the Peru, or no, the bronze. And then we'll move on to the Peru. So I'm going to color this little fella here first. And we're just going to do our base coat. And he's going to be a lovely brown. With some darker areas. I hope you all liked the Everblends video. I hope it was informative. I did purchase those directly from Arteza, so just so you know, they were not an Amazon purchase. Alright. I'm leaving his tummy white and his nose white, so we'll be adding some gray to that to put in the shadows. I'm going to leave his backside there a little white as well. Down his paws. I was going to leave his toes white, but I think I'm going to color that in. He's wagging his tail. It's a happy puppy. This one here is not quite sure, but this one here is going, yep, let's love each other. That's how my dog would be. What are you doing? Why are you touching me? My dog is very antisocial. She does not associate with other dogs. She likes to. As long as there's a fence between them, she's perfectly fine socializing with other dogs. But you get them one-on-one and she gets a little bit frightened. Because, she just does. She's weird. She's a silly girl. Alright, now we're going to put in a little bit of saddle brown. I do believe is the color I want. So let's go over here. There we go. And we're going add some saddle brown into these darker areas. Giving some flicky flicks. Of course, this paper, as you already know, isn't going to take a whole lot. And if you're too harsh with it, it will tear. As I proved last week, or not last week, last hug, yesterday. I tore a hole in the paper because I was being too layering, putting too much on the page. And then I had to erase, and oh, what a mess. But it turned out a lovely hug, so it works out. But if I can avoid doing it, I will. Alright, get his little eye area there. Oh my goodness. So this hug adventure has been quite an adventure. Lots of different little hugs. It's almost all done. So I think once I'm done the hugs, as I've already said before, I will be going through and doing a 101 because I've colored one that isn't actually supposed to be in the hugs. I will be doing a 101 flip through and showing you each and every hug. I will not remember what pencils I used on each one, so please make sure that you don't ask. I am not going to remember. And I use different pencils every week, and sometimes I mix them up and put them together, and whatever looks good. So far, I have found that depending upon what the picture is, that the Prismacolor pencils work really lovely on this. The Brute Funer squares work really lovely on it. And the Phoenix color work awesome on it. There has only been a couple of pencils that I would not use on it again. And I can't remember what those are, so they're I'll have to go back and look. But I remember there was a couple of them that I went, not really the best for this. So I'll have to go back and look, and I should have, written down which ones I used, but hindsight is 2020. And now that we're almost to the end, it's kind of pointless at this point. But of course, you can always watch each of the hugs again if you want to know exactly what pencils were used. The woodless color pencils worked very well on this paper. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Alright. And now we're going to go in with chocolate brown, which has a little bit more of, that's coconut. I don't know why I wrote chocolate, it's coconut. It's got a little bit more red to it. Just coloring in a couple couple of areas here. A little bit deeper than were before, especially in these shadowy areas. Get those shadows all filled in. Like so. So tomorrow will be our live color and chat. So if you want to join me tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do believe it's 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. Not absolutely positive on that, but that's what I think, but I'm not sure. I'm not good with time zones. I'm not good with a lot of things. Don't mind me. All right. And then for the final bit, we're going to take a little bit of sepia. I'm going to sharpen this. If I can find my sharpener. There it is. And we're going to put that back down there. Excuse me. And we're going to put in the last little bit of shadow on this part of his body. Just going through and adding a little bit of darkness to his face here, so that when I put the white in, it'll blend together and work out good. And do his nose. And his under his neck there. So I'm using this darker color right in those really dark areas. Just giving that definition of movement of his body. The great thing about pencils is if you find that something's too dark, you can erase it. Not so much with markers, as we found out earlier. Alright, and then just on his tail here as well. like so. And then we're going to take our white and we're going to do this area and this area and this area. Then we're going to go back to that bronze. I think it was bronze that we used, yes. And we're just going to reapply the bronze, darkening up that light color a little bit. Like so. And I'm just blanketing it so that it blends it all together and coats all of the white spot. I'm not using a heavy hand, I'm just using a light hand and spreading that around. I don't want to use too heavy of a hand because I don't want to go through the paper. The great thing about these pencils is they are very pigmented and you don't need a lot of pressure to use them, which is fantastic. Alright, now we're going to take just a touch of pink and we're going to do the inside of his ear here, like so. And there we have that. Now we're going to take our black and our white and our grays. So we're going to start off with light gray. And we're going to go in to all of those areas that we want to be white. So I want his tummy to be white. So I'm going to go through with all of that and do it a light gray for the shadows. And his, let's see, I want this area to be a little bit lighter, this area to be lighter. Alright. So I'm just putting in the gray for all the white areas. just to give a contrast from the white and so that you guys can see the white. Alright, so now we're going to put in the white. And I'm doing this before I put in the black because I want to be able to know where the white is. So if you put it in first, the black will be lighter if it goes over the white, which is fine. Alright, do this area here. Okay, I think we've got all the white areas taken care of. Now we're going to go in with some black colors. So we're going to go in with black, and we're going to start on his ears here. Like that. And on his eyes. And his squiggles. Sharpen this black a little bit so that it gives me a better point. Because it's not giving me the... There we go, that's better. Do his nose. And then a little bit more flicks on his face. Down his lips there. Just going through and adding the flicks. everywhere the artist has put them in. Okay. Almost there, guys. I don't know. Some days I just don't have anything to say. You know, there's just some days where I get caught up in the coloring and I forget to talk. I'm sorry. Especially if I'm not feeling right. And of course, today I have a bit of a headache. And of course, my sugar gliders woke me up at the butt crack of dawn. Because they like to do that sort of thing. Alright. Getting his shadows on his toes. There we have that. Now we're going to take that white again. And we're going to just make sure that we get it all colored in. The black in this set isn't the best for this. It's a little dark grayish. Alright, I'm going to take this one. And we're going to do his nails. And then we're going to take that white again. Alright, now for his eyes, I'm going to do a nice green eye, maybe. No. Let's do a little bit of a blue eye. And then we'll add some dark blue to it. Or brighter blue, I should say. And there we go. And then we got to do the ground. So let's do them on a bit of grass. So we're going to go in with the grass green. I'll move this paper down a little bit. I'm just putting in a blanket. And then we're going to take this one here, a little bit of olive. Like so. And we're just going to put in some shadows of where they're standing on the grass. And then we're going to grab this one, a little bit of moss green, which is a little bit darker. And there we go. And there we have our puppy dog hug of the day. Switch on over to the main camera here, so I put these away, and so that you can see the puppy dog hug up close under the right light. So there is our puppy dog hug. And it says, "What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies," by Aristotle. Now, of course, our next hug is going to be this hug. We've got a couple of lovely ogres giving a nice, lovely hug to each other. And that will be tomorrow's hug. So today is, let's put our date on here. It is November 12th, I do believe. Yes. Okay, 21. Brain just said, okay, what day is it? This is hug number 85. We have 15 hugs left. Oh, we might actually finish an entire book. Well, we will. We will. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I miscounted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 hugs left because I'm doing 101 hugs because I colored something that wasn't a hug. So, of course, this is hashtag 100 Days of Hugs. This is a 100 Hugs by Chris Riddell. It can be purchased on Amazon for about $10. If you are going to color the 100 hugs, just make sure that you are gentle with the paper because it is not coloring book paper. It is more like a newspaper. This book is not a coloring book. It is a reading book. It is not meant to be colored in. So be careful with the pages. Otherwise, you are going to end up tearing your pages and making yourself very frustrated. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this hug. Of course, I will see you again tomorrow, early in the morning. Well, morning for me, afternoon for everybody else. Uh, and I won't say early, it is 10 o'clock in the morning, but I will see you in the morning. And we will be picking a new page to color. I have some pages that are in my to be colored pile here. There we go. So we will either be coloring this one or this one or this one. I think we'll be coloring this one, which is a Fabrica Fantasy picture. And I just love the pantry. It just fits in so well with Thanksgiving and everything else. So we will be coloring the pantry by Fabrica Fantasy tomorrow. I've made my decision. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you all very much for hanging out and watch and coloring a hug with me. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Hitting the like button is the best way to support the channel. And absolutely, if you want to financially support the channel, we do have memberships available. So hit that join button and it will tell you all about it. Other than that, guys, of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Thank you all so much for watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye for now, guys.